Alright guys, we back down here to my end of the shop. This is my journey, the journey that my daughter drive. I'm finishing up the oil change on it. And guys, let me go over something with you guys real quick guys, because it seems to be creating a lot of confusion. Guys, hear me out for a second. This is a 2012 Dodge Journey, alright? Now, I've once owned a 2012 Chrysler Town & Country. Same engine guys, 3.6 liter VVT engine. All right, now here's the what's confusing about this whole thing. Okay, hear me out for a second. Y'all know I'm a firm believer in using the oil that manufacturers suggest for your particular engine in your particular car. In this case, we're comparing a 2012 Dodge Journey with the 2012 Chrysler Town & Country. Again, same engine. But guys, on my 2012 Chrysler Town & Country, on the cap, it has 5W20. Okay? SAE 5W20. Now, hear me out, guys. We're talking the same year. All right? The exact same year. Now, why is that particular vehicle, same engine, required or is suggested that you use 520? And this particular Journey suggested that you use 530. Okay, now without getting too technical and sounding too technical and reaching out to engineers and all that, I'm going to put in 530 because this is what the manufacturer suggests. I'm a firm believer in that, guys. All right, now here's the oil I'm going to use. I'm going back in with 5.5 quarts of this. I'm sticking with the same weight, guys, but I'm choose to use Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic. What advantage does that have over any other brand? Depends, guys. Depends on your beliefs. Okay, name brand oil tend to have a image at stake. Okay, they don't want word on the street that Pennzoil, I use Pennzoil and my engine seized up or sludged up. Same with any other brand of oil, guys. So I'm sticking with the same weight, but I'm using a Platinum Full Synthetic. Again, I'm not sure what major advantage that will give me, but I will say synthetic oil carries a lot of benefits as opposed to the traditional oil. Okay, yes, there's more benefits to full synthetic oil. All right, so but let's talk about the difference between the 5W30 and the 5W20, guys. That seems to be at least on my mind, at least. Now, one thing you got to keep in mind, guys, it carries the same viscosity rating under cold condition. Now, however, 5W30 features slightly higher viscosity at 100 degrees Celsius than does the 5W20. Okay, so what that means is once the engine reaches normal operating temperature, the 5W30 oil will be thicker than the 5W20. Go figure. All right, it's not much of a difference, but when car makers have to maintain a certain fuel economy or certain emission standards, all these little basic numbers come into play. These numbers that we may belittle at times, but they're very important to these car makers. Okay, now due to the increased resistance of the thicker 5W30 oil, your engine will produce slightly lower fuel economy and horsepower output. All right, so that's the difference between the 5W and 520. Again, we're talking small numbers, but they are very important to the car makers. Now, and one of the other warnings they told me in school, guys, you also risk engine damage when using 5W30 instead of 520. Okay, as the internal parts components are specifically designed to be used with 5W20. I'm not sure how much risk you're taking by using 5W20 or 5W30 when your car calls for 520. That is not what I'm doing. This particular car calls for 530, and I'm going to go in with 530. Okay, but a lot of people switches up from 5W20 to 5W30. Again, in cold temperatures, it's the same, basically the same, but I will choose to stick with manufacturer suggestion. Okay, now guys, I'm doing them. This is just a basic oil change, so I'm not gonna really film any of this. It's nothing to it, guys. One thing I want to mention, guys, you have to make sure you go in with the correct filter. Okay, there's 2 or 3 different designs of filters out for the 3.6. One, the older model had a cone on the end, guys, a little house cone on the end. They was using that in typically the first generation Pentastar. Okay, you have to make sure you are going in with the right filter, or you can come up or end up with trouble codes such as oil pressure fault codes, engine oil temperature fault codes. You don't need that headache, guys. So make sure you're using the correct oil filter. Now, I will not tell you what brand of oil to use, because that's not my place. That is your call. Everybody brag on the specific oil brand they use. Okay, there are some big Valvoline fans out there. There's some big Pennzoil fans out there. There's all kinds of oil brand name out there. But what I will suggest that you do is go in with the manufacturer suggested oil weight. Now, will this help my car not result in the dreaded Pentastar ticking noise? I would like to think so, but I've said this time and time again, guys, this is going to always be up for debate. To me, those was poorly built rocker arms. Okay, I'm not sure the oil played. I'm not gonna say no role in it, because yes, it has to be properly. The oiling system has to be properly lubricating the valve train. So yes, oil plays a role in valve train ticking noise, but for the most part, the early built Pentastar just had poorly designed rocker arms. And this is my opinion, guys. I'm not trying to start a war or a debate on this, because this debate is never ending. It will never end. Okay, a lot of people swear by the Mobil 1 oil that they use that caused their 3.6 to never tick. There's some that use Mobil 1 car ended up ticking. Was Mobil 1 the cause? I highly doubt it. It's just a poorly designed parts that was used. Okay, now I think they have since changed vendors, guys, so the same people that make the old rock arms not making the new ones. All right, so guys, I'm gonna wrap that up. I just thought that was on my mind, that was bothering me. Okay, now again, some of the discrepancy could stem from where the engine was built. Okay, what time of the year was the engine was built? Why 2 of the same model year engines recommend 2 different weights of oil? Something to make you go I don't know, but this is what I'm gonna use, guys. All right, I have to finish up this oil change and wrap this up. I have some more checks to do. This is my own personal car, and you guys know how mechanics treat their own personal cars. Yes, I care about my car. It's just that's a whole nother story, guys. That's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe, and I'll see y'all. Pennzoil Platinum Synthetic, full synthetic SAE 5W30. I'll see y'all in the next video.